Hello and welcome to another episode of Tips and Ideas with L Wallace of Midwest Landscaping, www.uniqueenvironments.com. Today's video we're going to talk about utilizing Kurapia utility ground cover in a parkway area and the value of being able to use Kurapia in your parkway area. This is a job that I did probably like about 3 years ago here in Long Beach, California, and this parkway has this Portocarpus tree, Portocarpus hincali, and it has tons of fruit that drops all over the place. As you can see here, there's all kinds of fruit from that tree that hasn't been raked out in a long time. So the client, I know they have little ones, and so they're probably busy with doing that, and I don't think they have a gardener here because there's not too much to do from the standpoint of cutting and maintaining the yard. So raking all these out is going to be very beneficial in order to get really good growth and health out here with this Kurapia. But yeah, I installed this probably like about 3 years ago. Haven't been around. I was just kind of in the area here in Long Beach. Decided to do a drive-by and check things out so I can talk with them and discuss some things that they can do to bring up the health of it, but also just to show you the value of being able to use this Kurapia. As you can see, it grows very thick and it's really nice and cushy, so you come out of your car, you can be able to walk right out on here. I know that people walk their dogs along this boulevard here, so I'm quite sure that they do their thing out here on here, but there isn't a lot of urine spots and burns. Water-wise, this is watered by a subsurface drip system, so it's being watered by drip. I have to find out how often he waters, but knowing the client, he probably water maybe like about once a week or so. There is some oxalis that's growing in here and some grassy weeds. This is like some bladed grass weeds that can be selectively killed, and this time of year we can do that. It's a good idea to take care of that. Looks like it's this is a strand of Kurapia that's up in here. Actually, this is not Kurapia. This is a different type of weed. So this isn't Kurapia that's growing here. This is another type of weed. So I think I'll take a piece of this so I can see if I can ID it. But this is definitely not Kurapia. So being able to make some recommendations on some selected killers to get rid of the grassy weeds in a Kurapia is going to be advisable, and also to get rid of the oxalis. So I'll talk with him about that. But the benefits of utilizing the Kurapia utility ground cover out here is, number one, it grows nice and tight, so people getting in and out of their cars can be able to step out on something and not be walking on mulch or plants or stuff like that. Watering aspects of it, it doesn't take a lot of water, so it's pretty much drought tolerant. We have a subsurface drip system in here. This is our pressure regulated filter that's leading up for the rest of the system here. This is in full shade. This part of it, this tree right here, this Portocarpus, is shading out a good portion of the parkway, and also there's a tree over there that they just had pruned. I think it's a liquid amber tree that puts out a lot of fruit also. But pretty much this is a north facing parkway, so there's a lot of shade, but on the edge here they have some sunlight, so we have quite a bit of sun on the edge here, so there's sun and shade combination, so you can see what type of growth you get by having that combination of sun and also of shade. So it's good in the sun and the shade. It will grow in areas where there isn't see here, it creeps out, so it can fill in different areas, like around this tree trunk. Here we had challenges because we couldn't really plant any divots or pieces here because it wouldn't anchor up. And that's one good property about the Kurapia. It'll stretch out and it'll establish itself in different areas as it trails out. So that's a good thing to be able to fill in around this trunk, because we actually, when we put the sod pieces in, we put it in around this area here. So we have some growth that goes out around the trunk to help camouflage the trunk of the tree, which is great. So that's your update, and that's your video for Kurapia use in a parkway. I would highly recommend it. If you have a Kurapia utility ground cover in your area where you live in the United States or here in California, you can look into it and get some installed out there. If you want to make an alternative for grass, you want something that looks like grass out here in the front yard or in the front parkway area that will be able to take the traffic, foot traffic, animal abuse, and just have overall beauty, because it will flower up. As you can see, it's starting to flower up now. Has little clover-like flowers. This is white with a little purple inside, purple middle. But with some more food, I'm quite sure that it'll flower up and blossom up a lot more. L Wallace, Midwest Landscaping, tips and ideas, www.uniqueenvironments.com. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Be sure to also give me a thumbs up, please, and make some comments. Give some comments in the comments section. Answer your questions and give me some suggestions on some videos that you'd like to have done. And also just let me know what kind of answers to questions you may have dealing with horticulture. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.